So we're with Zabeda. This is the mother of Abudi, and she's going to tell us her story.
So on December 26, 21, 2006, I was blessed with a beautiful baby boy. It was the happiest day of my life, but then my happiness quickly turned into sadness when my son began having seizures in my arms. We spent 10 days in ICU, and after many tests, MRIs, blood work, we were told that my son Abudi had just had a stroke. At the age of 2, Abudi was diagnosed with scoliosis, infantile scoliosis. After many attempts to correct the spine, we were then told that he would have to do surgery at the age of 2. This is actually pretty hard. Sorry. Abudi started his battle at the age of 5. We went from one attempt to another to try and correct the scoliosis. Unfortunately, none of that helped. We went from vector rods to growing rods to magic rods to 2 halo tractions, 5 months in hospital alone for the tractions, not including all the other hospital stays and surgeries. Now he's almost 12 years old, and we just had our final surgery, which we are hoping is his last one. We had to infuse the spine, which stops him from growing from the torso. As a mother, it's extremely hard to see your son go through so much and not being able to fix it. You feel like you're a failure, like you're not doing your job correctly. I've lied to him many, many, many times to try and keep him confident and happy and keep his head up. I can't fix his owies. I can't stop it from hurting. I can't do any of that. And as a mom, you have to do that. Especially your firstborn. So, as you can imagine, he started to feel like he was different. Like, he wasn't the same. He didn't see any of his friends, cousins, or family members going to hospitals as much as him. And the question that I was hoping I would never have to answer, I had to answer when he came up to me and asked me, Mommy, why was I born this way? As a parent, you can't even imagine answering that question, but I don't know what got into me that day, and I just told him, God chose you to be his best friend. He was extremely happy. He had a smile on his face, and he's like, oh, okay, I'm God's best friend. And we went on to letting him believe that as far as we could. But I do remember one time he also asked me after his first surgery, Mommy, will I ever walk again? And that was extremely hard too, because I didn't even know if he was going to ever walk again either. And then we had an amazing miracle happen, which was when we got introduced to the Children's Wish Foundation. To me, to you, or to anybody, it's a foundation. To me, it's family. We were chosen to have a wish granted that was just beyond us. We were so excited. We were so happy that we wouldn't have to be in the hospital listening to the pain, the crying, the sleepless nights, the machines, the pokes, the needles. Like, that was all going to be put behind us even for a second. Abudi didn't know what he wanted to do, and as a boy, imagine telling a child your wish is coming true. That's something that every child wants to dream of, but Abudi was really excited, and he wanted to do so much. Like, he was like, can I go to the moon? Oh, that's not going to happen, but let's figure out what you want to do. So we chose a Disney cruise ship, And those were the best days of our lives, the best days of our lives. And we were happy to not be in a hospital room, not having to deal with pokes and needles, not having to have all that done. So when we went on our cruise, we came back, we had such a great time. And this Children's Wish family is what I call it, has never forgotten about us, has never left us. We've been to events, we've been to many events that they throw, and each day and day it just gets more and more exciting for Abudi, knowing that he has something to look forward to from them. It's not the hospital, it's not the surgeons, it's not the operating table. It's actually fun and something that he can do, because not only do they accommodate you depending on your child and their needs or their physical needs, they accommodate every single child on what they want. And I can't stress enough about how, strangers made my son's wish come true. Perfect strangers that didn't even know who we were donated, whether it was $1 or whether it was $5 or whatever it was. That dollar made a huge difference in our lives. As much as it's just $1 to you guys, it's more than $1 to us. It made my son's wish come true. He's 12 years old, like I said now, and he went on his wish trip about maybe 5 to 6 years ago, and he hasn't forgotten it. Until today, he will tell me about it. And his friends at that time were like, why did you get to go? That's so cool. And he's like, oh, it's because I go to the hospital a lot, which I thought was a little funny, because it's like you have to have back problems and your back has to hurt for you to go. And I remember my niece told him, well, I want to go. I want to have back problems. So he understood it, and he was extremely happy. And donating is the number one thing that I can stress, because without your guys' donations, these kids' wishes will never happen. And it not only changes the child, it changes the life of the whole entire family. And as a mom, I can't stress it enough. Like, please, this is something that every child going through whatever it is deserves to go on a wish. And donating that extra $1 that you have, donate it, because this is something that's worth every penny for these kids. And thank you so much, and I hope that this helps you guys in making decisions to donate for the Children's Wish.
So we are going to be organizing a fundraiser for kids like Abudi and Abudi himself, and he's going to be there. And it's our Air Band Together for a Wish, where all the kids who are going through difficulties will get to be on stage and just rocking out and having a good time. Just tell us your thoughts on how this would affect them.
Well, I think this really came at a good time for Abudi, because throughout his whole entire journey of, I don't know if I mentioned 37 surgeries, he would ask for music to be played in the OR room while he was being put to sleep, because music really helped him. It was like a therapy for him. So when I told him about the Air Band show, he was so excited. He's like, Mom, what, do I get to be in front of people and sing? And Abudi's such a performer. He loves to be in front of on stage and sing and just entertain people. He's just has that spirit to him. So I think this is going to be a huge opportunity for him. He's so excited. He's already practicing and telling me, Mom, do I look good doing these moves? And I think this is an amazing thing, and I hope everybody who can make it out that night makes it out, because this is going to be a really huge event for these kids, for sure.
Thank you.